Wake up in the morning, feeling great.
Today's the day of the big debate.
Getting pumped, I can hardly wait.
Washing my mouth with some acetate.
Eat a breakfast of cookies and milk, then wash my hands with a pump of silk. We hate each other, we're mortal foes, but together we're neutral, like the Swiss bros.
We're vinegar and baking soda, acid and base, though a neutral solution will explode in your face.
Ladies and gents, witness the great debate. Here we will decide each party's fate. Now it is the final test. We'll find out which party's best. Acid and base, take your place. Up on the stage, you can state your case.
Only one podium? Really?
Yes, that's all funding would allow. We are a science department.
Not if you elect me as the best.
Okay, moving on. First question, ready? How do you plan to deal with buffers?
Okay. Well, buffers resist change and make us suffer. My people are working on a plan to remove buffers.
Funny how I was going to say that somebody might be stealing me lines.
Now, Acid, here's a question for you. What's your opinion on the Arrhenius model?
Well, created by the brilliant scientist called politician Svante Arrhenius, the political model makes our chemical reactions occur hotter and more rapidly. Molecules and constituents collide more vigorously. They greatly increase our bonds and arrangements and make our opponents feel estrangement.
Base,
Yes?
do you have any input?
Only that acid is a loser. Hey!
Acid, explain the Bronsted-Lowry model.
Well, both acids and bases have hydrogen ions to donate. However, acids donate and are giving at a larger rate, which we think will continue to increase in following years. But bases, which are always coddled.
Bases, any comeback?
No, not at all. I have classiness, which acid seems to lack.
Bases, tell about the Lewis model.
Well, the model describes the generosity of bases and the willingness of acids to take their handouts of non-bonding electrons. Acids hide their faces because a Lewis base is a donor to all. And a Lewis base is something you should be proud to be, but a Lewis acid, they just don't matter. They're shameful.
Who would you say are some of the stronger members of your party?
Well, some of the stronger members in my party that I've had the pleasure of working with are hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, hydroionic acid, fluoric acid, hydrobromic acid, and the always great nitric acid.
Well, it's been lovely to campaign with other bases, like sodium hydroxide, potassium
All
hydroxide,
losers.
lithium hydroxide, rubidium hydroxide,
No, good.
cesium hydroxide, and strontium hydroxide.
Oh, yes.
And perhaps some weaker members?
Well, perhaps, the weaker people, I suppose, would be, they're still pretty strong. Formic acid, acetic acid, trichloroacetic acid, and hydrofluoric acid. Still good people, but not as strong in our campaign as our strong acids.
Now, I don't want to say anything bad, because my numbers are, of course, stronger than acids, but ammonia, trimethyl ammonia, pyridine, and ammonium hydroxide.
What do you think will help the strong acids make a difference compared to the weak acids?
The strong members of both the acidic and basic party are both 100% ionized in the solution, whereas the weak members of the party are only partially ionized in the solution. We prefer to associate with the strong members.
What is your pH?
Well, my pH is undetermined currently, but can range from 1 to 6.
My pH is to be decided by some litmus tests, but it is within a range of 8 to 14.
I know base is leading in this scale.
Well, though his pH level is higher, this is only a measure of how many hydrogen or hydroxide ions are present in his solution. Base may have more hydroxide ions, but I, acid, have more hydrogen ions.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the American public about why they should vote for you?
Well, I'd like to tell a joke.
Basic.
Why do chemistry professors like to teach about ammonia?
It's basic. The answer's basic.
Because it's
Because
basic
it's basic.
stuff.
Yes, okay, everybody hates that shit.
Well, another fact is that I'm very conductive in water, so I'd work well if elected.
Me too, and did you know I turned litmus paper red?
I turn it blue.
Yeah, you also corrode any metal if given enough time.
And remember, though we may fight, It offers we neutralize and work together as a team, as passive and efficient as water.
Oh, fine. That was my line. I have a confession to make. I am the best. I know I'm the best. I'm acidic. I'm corrosive.
Come on,
I'm
bro.
just no. Okay.
Well, it looks like we're out of time. I'm Buffy here to moderate. This has been The Great Debate.
Bases will tell you they're the best, but the real intentions are basic. Bases are bitter and slippery, and they've been seen reacting with oils and fats. They also have been reported for stealing protons. When it comes to bases, they're high on the pH scale. The worst part is, they're in your home, around your pets, and your children. Acids are clearly better. They are proton givers and are in many healthy foods. This has been a nonpartisan message from the Foundation for Acids.
Acids may seem sweet, but they're sour and their actions are often corrosive. And phosphoric and carbonic acids have been reported giving carbonated beverages their sharp taste. Acids are low on the pH scale, and they've done some pretty low things. Bases are not corrosive. They believe in keeping things simple. Vote for bases.